On Monday morning, several hundred friends, relatives, and neighbors crowded into the Revival Tabernacle on Woodward Avenue in Detroit to mourn the deaths of Josephine Dale, Orlando Dewey Glover, Zaria Dale, and Melvin Petey Turner, who died in a house fire during the early morning hours last Wednesday. The crowd included many who did not know the victims: firefighters, letter carriers, city workers, and other local residents who heard the report and came to express their sorrow and support. The World Socialist website sent reporters to the funeral to speak to those in attendance. For many, the initial sorrow and shock at what had occurred was combined with a growing sense of anger that social conditions had created this tragedy and were part of a consistent policy of plant closings and budget cutting which had precipitated the widespread social decay. As a reminder of bitter historical irony, a few short blocks from the scene of the fire, the plaque marking the Ford Model T plant proudly declares that this factory, quote, set the pattern of abundance for 20th century living, close quote.
Okay.
What's your name?
Teresa Willis.
And you live here in Highland Park?
Yes, I do. I stay at 10 Eastern, an apartment building right down the street.
Uh-huh. And you didn't know the family?
No, I didn't know the family. I just heard about it on the news the other day. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what had happened. Somebody told me they had their gas and lights turned off.
But I also heard a report that 60% of houses in Highland Park have one form of utilities turned off or another.
Oh yeah, that's a true factor. I know a couple of people right now don't have gas or lights.
Uh-huh.
You know,
How do they live?
Candles.
Mm-hmm.
I got a sister that work at American Axle right now, and she's gonna take the buyout.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I mean, her wages were cut in half.
They were cut in half. She was making $25 an hour down to $18 an hour. Mm-hmm. Maybe less than that.
Uh-huh. Because they cut the benefits.
They cut the benefits and everything. My sister got 14 years. Next month to make 14 years she has out there. Because she almost had to move, losing her house. It's
because of the strike.
Yeah, because of the strike. Because I was walking the picket line with her every night for 3 months.
My name is Sheldon Ford.
Okay. And these were?
These are my closest friends, nephews, and nieces. I've been knowing these guys for over 20 years. Actually, they were by my side. My sister lost 2 of her sons in a house fire, along with her girlfriend's 2 twin daughters, about 11 years ago. And this right here is senseless, I mean, we talk about the economy and, and politicians promising what they're going to do once they get elected and things like that. But everyday citizens that's not making Joe the plumber money are suffering, and getting evicted from homes and forced to do things just to survive. These are the real issues that Detroiters need help on, on how to maintain and stay afloat so these type of events won't happen to anyone else. It took a lot of jobs. A lot of families are suffering from every job closing, for every merger, for every penny pension that these politicians and wealthy people are doing. Our everyday average citizens are suffering, we're being abandoned. We're looking like a prehistoric dinosaur bone right now. We're talking about the motor capital of the world. Now we can't even decide who's going to build the next car. So I'm really upset with this. Well, you could walk down any neighborhood in the city of Detroit, not just Highland Park, but any neighborhood, and you will see the conditions of the streets, the abandoned houses, the vacant lots, the houses that's been abandoned and left open, for any senseless crime to happen. And not only that, we having problems with fire hydrants with no water, That's what happened in this case. In my sister's case, what happened was it was a fire truck with equipment not properly working, and it wasn't able to save my nieces and nephews, So when are we going to focus on the things that matter, and not more for the pocket?
My name is Linda Kelly, and I feel like that part of this, if not all of this, is mainly Detroit DET's fault. They have a big role to play in this because of poor families. There's not many jobs out here right now. They moving jobs out of this city, country, or whatever. And they say low income. I'm on a plan for $350 a month. I wouldn't consider that a low income with other bills to pay. And they won't work with me. I tell them I pay them on the 1st of the month. They want their money by the 23rd of every month. And they only sending estimate bills. They're not coming to read the meter when they supposed to. And I think that it's disgusting. This the third time that this done happened that I know of in the city of Detroit. And until something be done about it, for DET to lower prices with this gas and these lights, it's going to happen again. And that's, yes, with children getting caught, adults also. If you sleep in the middle of the night and the fire starts, who's to say that you're going to get out because you're an adult?
Let me get My name is Gloria Davis, and I have 3 boys of my own, 3 children. And it's sad how DTE do that. They don't have to cut people gas off and all the money that they got in the wintertime, and they wait till the wintertime to do this. People with children, they don't care if you got children, older people in these homes homes right now with no heat. And it's just ridiculous. And this funeral going on right now because of DTE cutting off their gas. 3 children and an adult lost their lives over them cutting off their gas. That don't make no sense. It really don't.
This is a crime.
It is a crime. Yeah, and some need to be did about it. Some really need to be did about it.
Star Jewel. We lived at 200 Waverly for over 31 years. Once I got married, my mom stayed, and she continued having a home until about 5 or 6 years ago. So it's been in our family since the 60s. I think it could be 1967, 68. Actually, my mom always tells me the story. She say you could sleep on the porch, leave the door open, no one would try to hurt you. I just learned that he made like $5 million in 1 year, and it's ridiculous. The CEO. It's ridiculous that the $5 million that he's earned wherever he is, that could actually save a lot of homes here in Highland Park, here in a whole lot of cities that need lights and gas. And it's horrible that, people, they get up on their high horse and they collect all these profits, and they don't make it able for anyone. If you had a bill or if you behind on the bill, they just don't care.